God continue to bless you. On this occasion we will be talking about the prophetic study that the Church of Jesus Christ has been carrying out through the centuries, in search of the identity of the anti-Messiah, based on a prophecy found in the second book of Thessalonians, chapter 2, verses 3 and 4, where it is mentioned that before the coming of the Son of God, it is necessary for apostasy to appear and the man of sin. It can be noted that Peter describes the same investigative process carried out with regard to Jesus, the true Messiah, looking for which person and inquiring about the time, that is, in what circumstances would he make his appearance. Believers normally think that knowing these things about the identity and circumstances surrounding this character, whom they see as an individual, has given rise to various theories. Many see him as a Jew, others see him as a Muslim, possibly Arab of Iraqi origin, and seen by others as one emerging from the European Union. The Bible actually, according to what we have seen, mentions that he is a spirit and that the false prophets are the ones who give him propaganda. It also refers that these false prophets are beatable. The spirit of Antichrist has manifested itself through the centuries from different positions, priestly, prophetic, and governmental, to try to establish a kingdom or a contrary government to replace the government of God. It is a government based on anti-values, that is, anti-Christian values. Therefore, we can say that this search for a single person has, in a certain sense, been a distraction, because through the centuries we have seen that this identification of the individual, following the prophecies of Daniel, chapter 7 and Revelation 13, which mention him as if he were a governing entity, a single man, thus describes him. Actually, it could be a system, because it is noticeable that it transcends time, even though they have a beginning and an end. Curiously, in Daniel 7, the fourth beast kingdom or government, and in Revelation 13, the government that comes from the sea, are never mentioned by the name of Antichrist. In these texts it is said that it is a beast, it is explained that it is a kingdom, that is, a government system that seeks to change the times and the law to control economy through tributes. In Revelation, all the beasts that Daniel showed separately are amalgamated, that is to say, that the new imperial systems would gather the characteristics of their predecessors, as in the case of Rome, which took much of the conquered cultures, especially the Greek. Although, it must be admitted, these two governments that these passages reveal are anti-Christian. They are governments that oppose the manifestation of God's laws on earth through contrary laws, or bad laws, as someone would say. Laws that go against the family and institutions, known as marriage, the natural formation of countries with their borders, laws, idiosyncrasy, culture, implanting a world system known by the name of globalism. Globalism should not be confused with globalization. I repeat, do not confuse globalism with globalization. Globalism is nothing more than a tendency to condition people, the world population, through postmodernism, to be freed from the patterns of a family and national culture, from the economic pattern known until then, to be able to lead it like a sheep in this case to a great flock that is moldable to a world government. For the world is heading in a sense towards anti-Christian government on a grand scale. One of the virtues of Christianity is having planted ethical values in the population, whether or not they have lived up to those values. That is something else, and of course that has not been without consequences. 2. It has given it a sense of national culture. It has accepted borders, diversity in its true sense. He has lived with the multiple expression. God is a lover of unity through diversity. This is one of the great differences between what is the government of God and the governments with globalist banners. They are supposed lovers of diversity, but in reality, they like to standardize the masses in order to control them and thus cut off all principle of difference, creating a single homogeneous mass, that is, of a single thought. My dear ones, I leave these words for you to reflect on the world order that is coming on earth. I believe that this world order, like the Tower of Babel, is going to fall because it goes against God's plan. Everything that goes against God's plan, even if it lasts a while, I say beforehand we don't know how long, but I do know that they already have a promise, which is that their foolishness will be manifest to all and that they will not always prosper. The peace of God be with you.